Okay, let's get this wrap up going because I just got an email from my local library and I swear they must be getting most of their funding from me because I currently owe them $15 in late fees. Yeah, so let's discuss these books so I can return them. What's up, BookTube? It's Mia and I'm back with my July wrap up today. We're going to quickly discuss these books because I have reviews for most of them already, but we're just going to go through the motions and do the wrap up for the other ones that I read. These will not contain what I read for BookTube-a-thon because I'm pretty sure I didn't finish anything within those last 2 days in July. So let's just jump right in. I read a total of, let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I read a total of 6 books in July, so it's pretty good. Not as high, but pretty good. And I only DNF'd 1. It would have been 2, but I pushed through one of them, but I just couldn't finish the other one, and that's what we're going to start off with. And that one was To Kill a Kingdom by Alexander Christo. Yeah, lots and lots of mixed reviews for this book. To me, it was just super slow. I couldn't push through it. I got to page 157. That is literally like halfway through the book. And I just couldn't do it no more. Which I thought was going to be really cool because it was about sirens and mermaids and pirates and kings and whatever. And I just felt like it was just very, very boring. I did not care about the characters. I didn't care if they got what they wanted. I knew they was on a mission to find something at one point. And I don't even know what the hell they was even looking for. And with the siren chick, all I knew is she was supposed to bring her mother some heart. And she messed up some type of way. I don't know. That's how disinterested in this book that I was. So I'm not going to rate it because I didn't finish it. I don't rate books that I didn't finish. But overall, yeah, this was like a no for me. Next book I read in the month of July was This One Summer by Julian Tamaki and I'm sorry, I'm assuming they're Japanese names. The glare, guys, the glare. There you go. So it's about these 2 girls named Rosie and I forget the other girl's name, Wendy. And her parents goes to like this beach house every summer and she meets up with her friend Wendy and they just pretty much just have a summer together. They're like 12, 13 years old, something like that. I gave this book 2 stars and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, it was super duper fast. It is a graphic novel, so I understand that. Graphic novels usually do run faster. But at the same time, this book had hit so many hard-hitting issues that I just think it just glossed over a lot of it. It dealt with, you know, puberty and growing up. It dealt with parents divorcing, suicide, teen pregnancy, just that awkward stage in life of growing up and stuff. And it just like glossed everything. It even dealt on a miscarriage. And it was just like way too fast. Like this book should have been like an actual novel to me. Like I think I would have enjoyed it a whole lot more. The book follows the 2 girls throughout the whole thing. And like I said, they're like kind of in like these situations. But then it's like you don't hear nothing else about it. So I did give the book 2 stars, and then I went on Goodreads to see what everybody else thought about the book, and pretty much it was the same thing. It was like they was there at the beach house, this, and this happened, and then they was packing up, getting ready to go home. I don't see what the purpose of the book was. The fact that it was a graphic novel, I didn't like it because it still didn't leave no sort of impact with me. So yeah, definitely 2 stars for This One Summer. Next book I read, and I do have a review for this one, which I will link up down below or up above or however it goes now, and that was Queen of Geeks. And you guys know I absolutely freaking love this book. 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I got a full review on it, but basically it just follows these 3 best friends who are pretty much at Comic-Con. And they're just enjoying like their last little like weekend before they graduate and go off to do all their different things. Main character Charlie is like this YouTube sensation, and then she's doing like all of these like little mini movies now, and she has her best friend Taylor, who was like the cosplay queen, and she's really geeky and really into all that stuff. And then there was, what's his face, Jamie, which was the love interest for Taylor, which, like I said, I loved. Oh, you guys gotta read this book. Absolutely love this book. 5 stars. Next book I read, and which was a major shock for me, that I loved it so much, another 5 stars, was Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with V.E. Schwab. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think she writes amazing first books in the series, but then either the next one or however the series falls after that, it's just, I'm done with it. It's like, I didn't like it. I wish it was like a standalone, and it like ruins like the whole reading experience for me with her series. Which I'm going to say about this one too. Vicious follows 2 guys, oh my god, I can't believe it, Victor and Eli, who pretty much through near-death experiments they developed these superhuman powers. I believe it was Victor who was arrested, and he was sent to jail for like 10 years. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to get into spoilers. Something happened. He was sent into jail for 10 years. He came out and he wants revenge. Now, they say that this book is supposed to be like a heroes and villain story, like the inside look at it. And it's pretty much like X-Men with Professor X and Magneto. It's like they both want the greater good for like mutants. For here, it's like people with superhuman abilities, but they both just go about it in different ways. So it's like, are they really villains just because they want the same thing, but they're going about it different ways? Or is a villain always just a villain? And I thought it was talked about great in this book. Now, the only reason why I had picked this book up to begin with at one time before was because I know the second book in the series is coming out. I think it was Vengeful. This is Vicious, so I think it's Vengeful. And like the hype train for that is like so real. Everybody was like, oh my god, this was like years in the making, and I can't believe she wrote a sequel. So I'm like, I want to be a part of the hype too. So I went ahead and read this because, like I said, I read her other series and I was just like, I think she's a good writer, but I just really not into her series. But this one, wow, definitely loved it. 5 stars. Yeah, pick it up. I think the next book comes out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, and I would buy this one, but now since the next book is coming out, this book now is like super expensive. So I probably won't be buying it no time soon. Second to last book I read this month was The Astonishing Color of After by Emily XR Pan. I have a review for this book. I did not, it was okay. It wasn't for me. I understand the beauty of it, like everybody keeps raving about, but overall wasn't really for me. I did initially DNF this book, but I picked it back up because curiosity just got the better of me. I just had to know why this chick turned into a bird. And to be honest, I still didn't even get the answer. Maybe it's somebody else who reads, how I think they call it realism, magical realism writing, something, I don't know. Maybe they got it, I didn't, and that's okay. I mean, you're not meant to get everything, but I believe I gave this book like a 3. I gave it like a solid 3. But yeah, full review on this one. If you want to hear more thoughts about that, I will link it down below. And finally, the last book I read in the month of July was Morgan Manson's Save the Day, which was another book that I gave it like a 4.5 stars. So close to a 5, and I'll link the review for this one also. It's actually in conjunction with Astonishing Color After. But yeah, 4.5 stars only because after, like, this was like a 400 plus page book, right? A little over 400 pages, but by the time we got to like 300, I was ready for it to be over. I still thought it was fun, cute, fluffy, everything like that, but it was just like so much stuff was happening. And you know, the synopsis of this book is Charlie's sisters getting married and everything in the world happens to disrupt the wedding. I mean, it's like your basic Hallmark movie in a book form. But anyways, so much crap was happening to the point where I was just like, oh my god, nothing else can go wrong. Just let these two get married already so we can end the book. And that was my only gripe with it, because it just started to slow down. I was just like, oh, I'm ready to stop reading it, but I gotta finish it. So yeah, so definitely overall I did like it. Kind of dragged like this video is now, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But anyway, that's it. That was my books that I read this month, well, last month. And if you read any of them, you know, comment down below, let me know what you thought about them. Check out the other full reviews if you like. Subscribe, like, share, all that good jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, loves.